Hey everyone, how's everyone doing? Let me share my screen. I actually was able to create a repo with the code from the previous streams. So let me just share that, and I'll paste a link. Oh, that's very small. Maybe this is better. All right, I'll copy this and just put it on the screen somewhere and in the chat. In case anyone wants to look through the code. This is from the previous 3 that I did. I tried to organize it a little bit, but if you watch the videos, you see that I went through a couple of different things. But so some of the code will be commented out, right? So let me just do a repo here, and let's see how this looks like. All right, might be good. I'll probably reuse the same repo. Okay, so what I'll do today is I'll go through the assistance API. And let me make this a little bit bigger, and we'll see what this is all about. And I will be using, so I had to set this up earlier just to make sure that it works, but I'll be using JavaScript this time instead of Python, just to make it maybe a little bit more interesting. I don't know what people use. Python is very prevalent with AI, so maybe there's not a lot of JavaScript there. I don't know, but just for fun, we'll use JavaScript. And in case I run into something that's not supported in JavaScript, which I don't think that would be the case, then we'll switch to I'll switch back to Python. But anyway, if you're watching, say hi, just so I know if anyone is even watching. I see there are a couple people lurking. So, all right, Assistance API. So this is from the website, and I'll just go through the overview and see what it is. So it allows you to build AI assistants within your own applications. So Assistant has instructions and can leverage models, tools, and knowledge to respond to user queries. Okay. Assistant supports 3 types of tools: code interpreter, retrieval, and function calling. I did function calling in, I think in the last video, where you can specify a function, you provide a prompt, and then OpenAI, ChatGPT will figure out, extract the data from your prompt, from the user's prompt, right? And return it in such a way that you can call that function, right? So you're telling ChatGPT, hey, here's a search function, and it takes three arguments, right? And here's the prompt, and then ChatGPT can extract those 3 arguments and return it to you, so you can just call that function. So it's not ChatGPT calling a function on your behalf; it's just extracting the data to conform to the function that you're telling ChatGPT that you have, and then you will have to run it. Okay, so code interpreter, I'm assuming this is just, hey, here's the code and tell me about this code, what it does. I'm assuming retrieval might be pointing to an API and telling it, go and call the API. I don't know. We'll see. So in the future, we plan to release more build tool and allow you to provide your own tools on our platform. Okay. Yeah. So there is a playground here. I want to try it from the API, I guess. And if we get stuck, we'll go to playground. So at a high level, so typical integration of assistant has the following flow. So you create an assistant by defining its custom instruction and picking a model. If helpful, enable tools. Okay, and then you enable what you want to use. Then you create a thread when user starts a conversation, and then you're adding messages to the threads as the user asks questions, and then you run the assistant on the thread to trigger responses. So this will then automatically call any tools that you've configured. So I'm assuming these messages are the same or similar structure as with the like when you're calling the completion. I think it is, yeah. represents a message. Oh, okay. So it has the assistant ID, run ID file. Okay. So it's an expanded version of the actual just a message that you would send, right? And this is the, like, if you watch the previous one, let me see, might be here, right? Chat completion, yeah. Choices, yeah. So you get a message, you only get that back. Okay, we'll see. Let's go back. And then thread is a collection of messages, and then run, you're basically telling assistant go through it and do whatever you need to do, right? Call the tools, etc. So it's in beta. Okay, so call HTTP header. Okay, so we're using the SDK, so we don't have to do that. This starter guide walks you to create and run assistant that uses code interpreter. Okay, I'll just open this in another page, so we'll see what's there. So yeah, assistant's playground, we have that. All right, so first step is an assistant represents an entity that can be configured using several parameter instructions. Model, the retrieval, tools, and then functions. So in this example, we're creating an assistant that is a personal math tutor with the code interpreter tool enabled. Let me switch to Node.js. Okay, so we can create, so let's do this. And I'll make the code a little bit bigger. If it's too small, let me know. So we're creating a math tutor. You're a personal math tutor. Write and run code to answer math questions. Okay. And then tools, we're specifying code interpreter, and we're using GPT-4 preview. I don't know what the difference is, but we can try it later. So I'll just add this here. Okay. So we have the assistants, and then we create a thread. So we create one thread per user as soon as the user initiates the conversation. Okay. Pass any user-specific context and files by, okay, so we can actually do files here. This is interesting. Okay, so let's do this. So we create a thread. Okay, we haven't added it anywhere yet. So there's no size limit, as many messages as you want. Assistant will ensure that requests to the model fit within the, okay, truncation. Okay, so it looks like even if the message is too long, the assistant will make sure to split it up. This is actually pretty good, so you don't have to worry about chunking the requests. So when you use the API, you delegate control over how many input tokens for any. This means you have less control over the cost. Okay. I have a limit set on my API key, so and all the testing that I've done, like in the previous streams and all that, it was less than $10. So I'm not too worried about that. Some cases, but you do not have to deal. Yes, so you don't have to deal with this. Okay, so might be a price one is willing to pay. So message contains text and optionally any files that you allow the user to upload. Messages need to be added to a thread. Adding images. Okay, so adding images via message object, like in chat completions using GPT-4 with Vision, is not supported, but we plan to add support for them in the coming months. You can still upload images and have them processed via retrieval. Okay, so let's see what that means. I don't really understand. So adding images via message. Okay, so the Vision thing is the other thing that I haven't gone through. I don't remember. I don't think I've gone through it in the previous stream. So this is understanding the images. So you pass in the image through a URL, which is awesome, and then a prompt asking what it is. Okay, so what is this one saying then? So we can't. Okay, so that's not supported. Okay, so you can't add like images like that when using assistants. You can still upload and process via retrieval, meaning we have to download it or something, or okay, retrieval. Okay, this is another. Okay, well, I'll get to that concept then. Okay, so we can create a message. Let's copy this one. So we're creating a message. Threads message. Okay, so I don't have to do this. I'll do thread dot messages.create and the thread ID. And as a user, I'll say, I need to solve. Can you help me? Now, if you list the messages, you'll see the messages appended. Okay, so let's just do console.log, do thread, thread, object metadata, ID create, might be here. Okay, let's just do the whole thread. Let's see how this looks like. All right, let's run it. Cannot read properties. Okay. Not a good start. Thread messages. How was the threads messages dot create? Okay, so threads. Oh, this is not adding it. Okay, so this is actually just creating the message. It's OpenAI beta threads dot messages create. Oh, and this is adding it to the thread. Okay, so the thread doesn't have. Oh, okay, so thread is just an object. Okay, so this should work now. Okay, let's do JSON stringify, I guess. Let's run this. Yeah, so thread ID, object is thread created metadata. If you list the messages in the thread, okay, so how do we list the messages in the thread? Oh, we have to, there's an API that you have to call thread messages. Oh, that's an awkward API in a way, I guess, but okay. So this is just a pure object, and then we can use messages from thread. Actually have to OpenAI beta threads messages list, and then whatever the thread ID, thread.id is. And then we'll output this one. Messages, okay. Let's do it. Okay, there I go. What was that clean? Can I do, I could probably do JQ, right? No? What is the JSON output? I know there's something that you can pipe the preprint. There you go. Oh, we can use Python. Let's do that. So if we do Python JSON.tool, this will preprint it. It won't. Oh, because I have this. That's why. And this. Delete this. There you go. All right. Okay, so this is how the messages object, is it? Yeah, listing the messages, this is how it looks like. So get, so there's the thread ID, this is just what we call, and then the response is data, message, who was the user, what was the prompt or the text, and that's it, right? That was the only message that we had in there. Okay. Yep, looks like this. And now we have to run the assistant to respond to the message. In order to do that, you have to create a run. So this makes the assistant read the thread and decide whether to call tools if they're enabled. So we enabled the code interpreter. Or simply use the model to best answer the query. So as the run progresses, the assistant appends messages to the thread with role assistant. The assistant will also automatically decide what previous messages to include in the context for this model. This is bold and background. Okay, of course. Pass. So you can now optionally, oops, not what I wanted to do. You can optionally pass, where's the run? Pass new instructions to the assistant while creating the run, but note that these instructions override the, okay. Okay, all right, and then we can create a run. So let's create a run. I'm gonna output this. We'll say run, await OpenAI beta threads, runs, create, thread ID, And then body, we're not going to pass in anything. I don't think we have to pass in anything. And then what are the options here? Let's go to the API. So create parameters. This is where we could provide the additional instructions and the assistant ID. Metadata model, I guess, if you want to change it, and then okay, so this is where we could like override whatever the initial thing that we had here. And what was the last thing there? Request options. Oh, okay, this is the actual request stuff. We don't care about that. Okay, so we don't have to pass in anything. Just create a run. By default, run goes into queued state, and then you can periodically retrieve the run to check on its status to see if it. Okay, so let's do console.log. Let's see what we get back here, and then. Okay, let's see what this one does. Whoops. Invalid request. Okay, that is something. Why is it invalid? One validation error. Field required. Okay, something is missing. Body is missing. So do we have to provide, or can we just do an empty one like this? What do I have to provide? Assistant. So assistant. Okay, so let's do assistant ID is assistant ID that we created up there. Let's do that. Okay, this. So the run was created, queued, expire. Okay. All right. So the run was created. The status of it is queued. So what we can do now, I guess I should have done like wait for it, right? But we could wait for the run to complete. Let's do that. All right. So wait. Let's make it retrieve, and then once it's done, let's do let here. So this is retrieving it. It's not the run ID, right? Oh, it is run ID. Waiting for like half a second. Let's do 2 seconds, just so we're not. It's for testing. So creating it, we can log it down here. So once it's completed, then the response will be, oh, we have to run the messages. So we do messages, await, OpenAI, beta threads, messages.list, thread ID. Okay. And then let's output this one. Okay. And are these statuses collect? So queued, if it's queued or if it's running, no, it's in progress. So it's not running, should be. So while it's running or while it's in progress, and what are the other ones? First, cancel, failed, expired. Okay, so we'll either be like completed, failed, or expired, but at least we'll get out of this thread. So let's do current status. Let's do run.status, and then we'll say sleeping for 2 seconds. There we go. All right, let's see. So it's queued. So it's in progress. So the assistant is running, still in progress, still in progress, still in progress. There we go. Now it's done. Okay, so so this was the run. So status completed. Yeah, and I'll copy this one just so we can read it in the browser, or rather here, right? Let's do it. There we go. Okay, so don't care. We only care about the data, right? So yeah, so the data has more false. Why is it here twice? Oh, one is the data, one is on the body. Okay, so this one, right? So this is the last message from the assistant, right? And the solution to the equation is, to the equation, whatever we provided is x equals 1, right? Okay, that's very simple. Okay, so in that case, it added 2 messages in the docs, but we only got 1. Let's just clean this up. So it'll be messages dot data, right? And then for each message, we'll do this. And this is the message, and then we do content text value. Content text value. Let's do this. Message dot content text. What? So you have the data. Oh, it's content, and then let's go through all the content. So go through all items in the content array. Let's do that. Okay. And we'll say, yeah, we don't need this. I'll just say console.log item dot text, and the type. Okay, so type could be something else. I think in this case it'll just be text, I'm assuming. I don't think it's gonna respond with like images, but we'll see. This, and what else? Text value. Oh, and role. I wanted to output the role as well. So let's just do, is it message.role? Yep. So who said what? So we'll do this. But then also, I want to sort, because I want to output the user message first, and then so we need to sort this data, sort by created at, right? Data to sort. Let's do this. Sort by created at field. Okay, and this does it. Yep. Okay. So hopefully we have to output this one. Okay. Let's run it. It's queuing in progress. Looks like it takes like 6 seconds. At least that's what it took last time. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 maybe. I don't know. Ah, nice. So user said object. Why is this object? Should it be? Oh, it's value. Okay. Text dot value, right? Yeah, this will look better. And then let's do this. Start time equals day now, and then cost end time. We'll do elapsed seconds, right? Day now, okay, and then we'll print out how many seconds it took, because I'm just curious how long it takes. It took 6 seconds, and then I need to solve that. Can you help me? And assistant is saying the solution is this. Okay, why isn't, maybe we can modify the, so you're a person, write and run code to answer math questions. Provide the step-by-step instructions on how to come to the solution, or how to solve the problem. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see if the output will be different now. I think it should be, right? It's taking longer. way longer. All right, there you go. This is better. Yeah, so around 20 seconds. And now we actually got the absolutely right. Solving is a matter of isolating. Here are the step-by-step instructions to solve the equation. Okay, all right, so it gives you step-by-step. I don't know if it's correct though. Let's see. So both side. Yep, after subtract. Yep. Divide by 3. Yep. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Oh, so these now we got two messages, right? So we got the actual explanation and then the actual just the solution, what the solution is. This is good. You can retrieve the run steps if you like to display the inner workings. Okay, but we didn't have any tools, but we can, let's see. So let's get the steps. This is once it completes, right? So once it's done, so we output everything. We can say go through the steps, right? And we'll do run steps list thread will be thread.id and then run.id. Okay, and then run step. Okay, let's do this. It is taking significantly longer, right? This one's taking even longer than before. Okay, there you go. So now we got everything. Okay, 27 seconds. It took even longer. What the heck? All right, and then there you go. So these are the run steps. So this is what we called. This is the that's the whole response. We do data. There you go. Created the message. Call the tool. We should do the step details. That's what I'm interested in. This is in data. So let's go through data. Go through step data. Data. So no. Step details, right? Step. Yeah, we can do the ID. I'll do the type. Step.type. So we'll get whether it was a like a tool or if it was something else, and then step details. What is this? Tool. Okay, message creation. What is this? Oh, it was just a message ID. Okay, so it's not gonna be. Let's do JSON stringify on this one. Let's run it again. Just want to see all the things that one can get out of this, like in the API once you get the responses back. Oh, it's still outputted everything, but there you go. All right, so step message creation. Oh, okay. Tool calls, ID type, code interpreter. Okay, so input. Oh, so it actually did. Okay, this is interesting. So let's call this one. Let's get this one. Message creation. So there are two message creations, right? Two type message creation. And then the one was the tool call. So that was that code interpreter probably, right? So what did it do? Okay, so the input was this. Okay, so this is the actual code, right? What was it? Is this Python? Senpai might be Python. I think it's Python. Can we do replace new lines? Oh, I know there was a way to do this. Let me see. Replace new lines brace/n/r and VS Code. Oh, there's a regular expression, but we can do it this way. Let's see. Okay, and then okay. Oh, perfect. All right, so this is the code, and then it outputs the solution. So if I save this, this might be too many going into too many details here, but and let's create a virtual environment source and activate. Do you want to select? No. Pip install from SymPy. I don't know if this is a okay. Yeah, so it is a package. I'm installing that. I just want to try to see. I mean, I'm assuming this does what it like actually solves the thing, but well, it doesn't. I need to print. Probably right. Oops. Solution. Oh, what was the type logs and then log 1? Is this telling me the solve? Let's see. Solve solvers. Oh, that was the actual solution. Ugh, never mind. Right, X is 1. That's the solution, of course. Yeah, so I got printed out the solution, right? All right, so that's how it knows, it figures out which, like, how to create. It creates the code that it needs, I guess, and then runs that code. That's pretty interesting. Okay, let's go back. Was there anything else? No, I think this one was the tool call. The other one was just 2 messages, right? But interesting. So code interpreter is gonna do figure it out somehow, right? To create the code in order to solve the problem. But what if I do something very simple? So let's say I need you to solve the well, let's just do this. Make it simple. To yeah, let's do make it a little bit harder. Nope. Node main.js. Let's see. I'm just curious if this is going to create like Python code as well. Yeah, so it did do a tool run. Perform a calculation. Yeah, so it does the. Let's copy this. So it looks like the code interpreter uses Python, right? Oops. Oh, this was JSON. Let's do this. Yeah, but this is like result, right? This is the Python code. There's not much. Yeah. So it's 2 times whatever, and then it outputs the actual like solution, right? And that's what it returns in the message. That's interesting. I don't know. Did it say? I'm curious if there's more to read. Okay, 3 types of tools. Code interpreter. Okay, write and run Python code. Yes. So they run process files, generate files. Oh, you can do a lot of stuff. You can iterate. Okay, charge 3 cents per session. Okay, just burned 20 cents here. Yeah, of course. Enabling, yeah, you say they're passing files. Oh, you can also do files. Can parse data from files. Useful for a large volume of data to a system will allow users to upload their own files. Note that the files uploaded for code interpreter are not okay. See the knowledge retrieval. Okay. Okay, so you would create a file and then reference that file when you're creating an assistant, and it's the same math tutor, right? We just don't know what's in my data, right? You do not pay for the for the files you attach. Okay, so you're charged for files that are indexed for retrieval, which happens automatically if, okay, so we're not enabling retrieval. Files can be passed at thread level. So that's interesting because you can basically make it, okay, so you can do it like, I'm thinking, right? On the assistant level, so when you're creating assistant, you could attach multiple files that the assistant can reference, I guess. So that would be, let's say, global data for the assistant. But then you can also say per thread, and thread would be, let's say, your different users, right, chatting with the assistant. And even then, you can go and the users can attach their data as well, right? So I'm thinking you could have, let's say you're doing a blog writing assistant, whatever. You could upload some data that's like generic or general purpose, right, for all the threads, regardless of the user. But then you can say to the user, hey, upload the style, like upload your blog post that you've written, and we'll use that as well, right? So half a gig, limit, CSV, PDF, JSON, many more. Okay, so there's different files that you can upload, code files, markdown. That's goes back to the first stream I did where I was thinking maybe I could feed ChatGPT all of my blog posts and have it learn from them. Images, Excel, GIF files, JPEG, CSS, text. Interesting. Ruby. Okay. Where was I? No. Code interpreter. I think it was here, right? Yeah. Passing files, uploading files, reading images and files. Okay. So the API can also output files. It can generate images, diagrams, PDFs. Oh, nice. You can look up file. Okay. And then you can download the file. So you can do a lot of this. Is sounds like it's like very, very powerful for sure, I think. And then okay, so logs and then knowledge retrieval. So let's try one of these like files. I'm curious what would be a good, yeah. So let's say we take this file that I have and say this will be sample code.js. So what I'll do is, and I just do it this way, right? So we don't have to send a lot of data to it. Hopefully this will make it run quicker, I guess. So if I have this data, so what I'm going to do is I'll pass this into the assistant and say, hey, refactor this code so it's more readable or something like that, right? And let's see what we get back. Okay, so passing files. So they're useful for a large amount of data. Okay, so we're not doing knowledge retrieval. We'll just do the code interpreter, I guess. Let's do that. Where's that? Okay. Oh yeah. So pass at the assistant level are accessible by all runs with this. Yeah, I'll just do it at the assistant level, so it's easier. So over here, oh, actually, let's do this so it's easier for call main dash basic, and then we'll do this main, and then we'll rename it later, so I don't have to comment a lot of code. All right. So first off, what we'll do is we'll create a file. So we'll do const file await OpenAI files create. Okay. And file, and we'll do import fs from fs, right? we'll do, oops, fs create a read stream, and then it's going to read in the sample underscore code.js, and then purpose. What is the purpose? Where's this API? I'm curious what the purpose here, if it matters or not. So we fine tune for find and assistance for assistant. This allows us to validate the format. Okay. All right. So it's not fine tuning. It's going to be assistance. And then we'll create the actual assistant with the file and attach the file ID to it, right? So file IDs, we have one. And over here, we'll say you're a professional JavaScript developer. Say, there you go, user, say user will provide, let's see how it looks, when write and run code to answer the question. Okay. So you're a professional refactor that provided code for quality and reliability. Also include the explanation of why changes for the changes made, right? Simple prompt. Code interpreter, we're attaching a file, and I think everything else is going to be the same. So read images and file. Okay, so this is going to, I don't know, I'm assuming it's going to return us a file. So we can run it. I just want to make sure that I output stuff that I need, right? So generates, you can look up and download files in the file ID of the assistant's message response. So current status, rank of, okay, sort. So this is just gonna output everything. And then we'll also say, oh, type. Okay, so role. So we have to see if item dot type equals text, then we're gonna output, and else if item dot type equals, oh, it's interesting that it's called image file, right? It should just be like a generic file, I guess. But anyway, image file, and we'll do here is image file. We'll do JSON.stringify this one, right? So, and then I can figure out how to download. Then, oh, okay, the content can be downloaded by passing the file ID to the files API. Okay, yet another API. So let's do another function up here. I'll just call a function. Oh no, I can just, I'm not gonna worry about refactoring now for a moment. So let's do this. So if we do have a file, let's output, but then also download the file. So I'll do response, await. Can we do await like this in for each? Ugh. I never know this, but let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Const files, and then we'll say files dot push. Yeah, I think it's push item image file dot file ID. So we'll just get all the file IDs. There should be one, and then download all files. For each file, await files content, and then we'll say, do this. Yeah, this. I never know if you can do async like this in the for each. But if anyone is a JavaScript master, let me know. Okay, so file, and then we'll do image data. It's weird that we're calling this image data. Response content await response out array buffer, and then image data buffer from image data, and I'm assuming we'll just save it. Yeah. Why is it image data? That doesn't make sense, but okay. Shouldn't be. It's not an image, right? So we'll just call it do oops file ID and then whatever downloaded. I'm not going to do any extensions because this is not going to be an image, I hope. There we go. Okay. Not going to output anything. Not going to go through the steps. Not going to read the steps. Go. Okay. All right. So what we're doing, so we're uploading sample code JS, and then we're telling JS Tutor, we're telling our JS Tutor assistant to that they are a professional JavaScript developer, and we want them to refactor the code that we provide. Go. Do I need this then? Wait. Oh, actually, we'll do it here, right? Not at the assistant level, but at the thread level, and we'll see. Please refactor the provided file, I guess. Let's do that. Okay, it's good that I went through it again. Okay, so the user is saying, please refactor this. We're creating the run. We're waiting for one to complete. We are going through the messages. We're getting out. This is just so we can see the conversation that happened. And then we're going to download all the files. And hopefully there's only going to be one. But let's see. And let's see how long this takes. This take a little bit. Looks like it's taking a little bit longer. Or maybe not. We'll see. So I'm expecting to get a file back. Whatever the ID is going to be, should be a file that's going to show up here. And then there's probably going to be a message that's saying, because we are asking, do this. Oh, perfect. There you go. Oops. There's no file. We didn't get a file. Okay. Oh, it included it like this. Interesting. Okay, so the provided file contains JavaScript to enter a specific. We have perfect. I'll go through the process of referring. Here are some of the use import statements properly. Need braces. Maybe not really. The code light, yes, for sure. Constant lit, yeah, okay. Correct. Oh, nice. It actually does, and it adds the comments, I guess. Oh, that's the try and catch. Oh, and actually creates functions. It's pretty nice. And the main one, and then running. Okay, modularize, and then explains what it did. Next, I'll create a simple package. What? Okay, for this, we need to know which compatible. Download. Okay, so it's. Let's see what it did. Trying to see if there's user assistant. There weren't any files, or maybe. What if I just do item? Well, I'll just output item itself, because I was expecting a file here. So let's comment this, and then let's rerun it. Let's see what happens. Maybe it was like a different. Maybe that's not. Oh, of course, because I was looking at the image file. Maybe it's called something else. Let's take a look. This is messages, right? File ID, no. There's a message object. Thread created content. Interesting. So it is image file. Why? Why is it an image file? That's so odd. Text, 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 text. Okay, so there was 2, 3 texts. Oh, there's the. Oh, it's in the annotation. Look at this. But it looks like they don't have. Is this not? Yeah, it looks like it's either like the version. What is the version that I'm using here? 421. I would think that that's the latest one, but let's see. I mean, I went through this. Yeah. Let me see. I just want to make sure if that's. Oh, we can always just do check the annotations, and then the type is file path. Annotations. Oh, there you go. May contain within content and annotate file citation, file path. Weird that. Why are they? So it's not the image file because we're not really like. It's like correctly guessed. We're not doing images, right? So it's not going to be image. Annotation. Yeah, so let's extract this. So we'll do, let's go back here. And over here, we will output the message, text messages. Then we'll check, go through annotations. And we're not gonna download. We'll just and get the file. We'll just get the file ID, right? So it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be type text. I'll just copy it so I just don't rerun it multiple times for nothing. But so okay, so it's value text. Let's move it here. I can close down. So text the value, and then we'll check the if item dot text on annotations. Length is greater than 0 if we have any annotations. I think there's going to be only one, so let's just assume there's going to be one and grab that one. And we'll do file ID, which is not like this. It's file path dot file ID and files dot push file path file ID. We'll store the file ID. I don't think we need the text. And then down here, this will stay the same, right? We'll go through, it's not going to be image, file data, file data buffer, file data. Okay, and this one actually gives us the file name, but I'll just call it like that. Refactored code, and we don't have that. Okay. So if this was like a writing more cleaner thing, what I would do is I would check the annotation, I would check the type, because I don't know if there's multiple types. I think there are multiple types that you can have. So it could be file citation. Okay, if we use retrieval, and then file path if you use. Okay, so you would check based on that. And then from the text, you could just grab the last, like either grab this to get the actual like file extension, so you can correctly save the file, or just get the file extension from the text and store it like that. Oh, but right now we'll just hard code. And let's run it. And we can close this one. Okay. So this is the same. Ah, nice. Even added that. So the text. And did we output anything? File ID. Do you see it anyway? Well, you can just look at the. No, why doesn't it? That's odd. Why doesn't it give us? What are we missing? Let's do. No, run. There's something wrong here. Let's just output the log. Just the whole item. Let's rerun it again. Oops. All right. Yeah, odd. There's nothing in annotations, at least in this one. We have to explicitly say. How about we do this? So you refactor the provided core for quality and return. So we're not going to ask for explanation. We've seen that it works. Refactor the provided core for quality and return it as a file. Okay, so let's do that. Please refactor the provided file and return a refactored file. Okay, so let's see if this makes any difference. So at least now we shouldn't get the detailed explanations. Text annotations. Yeah, we're definitely attaching the file, right? Because we know what it is. The ChatGPT knows what the file is. Let's see. All right, there you go. Now we got it back, right? Perfect. I did still include a little bit function as a math tutor. Do we still have a math tutor somewhere? What? Why is it saying? Oh, this is the explanations of the explanation of the code. Okay, makes sense. Never mind. So text, and then yes, the code has been refactored. You can download the file from here. Annotations, file path. Okay, so now we should have gotten a file, the file ID, refactored code. Perfect. Yes. Okay, now this works. Now we got the refactored code. Now let's see if the code actually works. Node refactored code. Well, look at that. It does work. It's just crazy how much faster it is. Perfect. Yeah. So this is pretty good. This was just for the code, but I'm assuming you could do something with what was the was it called retrieval? Or even if you don't do code, I'm thinking, what if hmm, let's do this. Let me grab one of my blog posts and I'll try to I'll just go to the blog and just copy paste it there. And we'll see if we can do something from there. Blog post yeah, just do txt. It doesn't matter which one. What will we pick? Let's do this one. Okay. And I'll just copy some text. Let's copy everything. Well, no, I don't want to copy code. Let's just copy the until like typical inner loop improved. And yeah, just some text, just so we have some text, right? Okay. Think about, okay. Well, let's do text. Let's see. It doesn't, hopefully it doesn't have to be formatted. So I'll do this, and this one will be called code. And then the main one, we'll change it and we'll say, do a blog post, txt, and we'll say blog helper, whatever. So you're a professional, let's say tech writer. And this is what we'll do here, right? Because what I want to do now is the user asking questions based on what's in the blog post, right? The user, you're a professional tech writer, the user will ask you questions about tech. Let's just do it very generic. It's not going to be code interpreter here, but I'll leave it like that, and we'll say, let me see what's in the. Is there anything specific here? Yeah, I'll just say, what is the. Oh, let's go here. Close this. Close this. I'm just trying to figure out how to form a prompt that would prove us that this blog post was actually like used in the context, right? Okay, so let me do this, and then we can ask about like specific tool, maybe. Will it figure it out? I don't know. Let's look at this. Tools, code interpreter. We're definitely not using code interpreter, right? No. Knowledge retrieval, that's the one, right? Yes. Okay. So we're going to do retrieval here. Did I don't know if I spelled this correctly. I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, so you're a consumer. Use your knowledge base. Oh, okay, there you go. Use your knowledge base to answer questions. I'll just use your. I don't think this matters. Your support bot, whatever. I don't think it matters, maybe, but we'll see. So if you enable retrieval, all the attached files will be automatically indexed, and you will be charged 20 cents per gigabyte per assistant per day. Okay. So how, maybe we need to delete the file then? Or how does that work? I actually see. I just hope I don't I don't want to upload something, even though it's a small amount. I don't care, but I don't want to upload something and then continue being charged whatever, some minuscule minuscule number for forever. So we upload the file. Yep, knowledge. Yep, retrieval. When the file is attached, it's only access. Okay, yeah. So it's the same thing there. You can attach it to user. Okay, 2 million tokens, different things. Okay. So attaching a single file ID to multiple will incur the per assistance per day. So if you attach the 1 gigabyte file to 2 different assistants, you will be charged twice because you have 2 of them. Additional files that are charged on the if the messages are part of the run. Okay, for running an assistant with retrieval enabled in a thread with 10 messages each with 1 unique files per gigabyte on all 10. Okay, there you go. To remove a file, you can detach it. Okay, so this is what we'll have to do. I just have to remember to do that. Okay, so outputs, the paths, you can convert them using annotations. This one is talking about annotations. This is odd. Why? Oh, because we used a code interpreter. But anyway, this is what we have. File ID. Okay, function calling. Okay, so let's see how this works. So let's do blog helper, some blog post, attaching it to the assistant. And we'll say, what was this about? So let's see. Okay, what is a typical inner loop? What is a typical inner loop? And then we can look, we'll take a look what like normal GPT-4 tells about it, and then we'll see with this retrieval thing, like if it's going to give a different response then. Yeah, we'll see, and then I can change the thing and just see if it's if we can do it. If I just want to make sure that we're going to know that it's actually using the attached file, or if it's like if it's just a generic general knowledge. Well, I guess we'll know in the steps, right? Okay, so go through all the items. We'll just still output this annotations. There's not going to be anything returned for us in the file, I'm assuming, but if there is, we'll just store it as JavaScript, I guess. Okay, so let's run this. So this will be node main.js. And let's see. Let's see how fast this one takes. All right. Okay. What is the typical inner loop? All right, so let's compare this to whatever I pasted in, right? So the response was a typical inner loop and stuff, particularly when working with services and Kubernetes deployments. This is what I'm talking about there. Involves the following steps. Oh yeah, write some code, make changes, write some code or make changes. Build the code, include compiling, building, and building a code. Perfect. Yeah, public. Okay, yeah, so it is. This modified was much faster. Yeah, that sounds like a thing that I wrote or pasted in as the knowledge, right? Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, this is pretty good. So this means that I could theoretically upload my tax return or whatever and ask questions about it. So this is the whole upload the PDF and then ask questions about the PDFs, right? Interesting. Okay, so let's see how. I just want to remove the file. Open assistant. So I'll do. What if we do this and it's like clean, and we'll have a function that cleans up everything somehow. So it goes through all. Can I get all of my assistants that I've created and then just clean stuff? No, I have to. Okay, well, let's see how it looks like. So OpenAI beta assistants. Let's create retrieve. Okay, so let's do list the assistants. So we'll say all assistants. And let's see what we get here. Node clean.js. This might be useful for testing. Promise. Oh, await, right? Yeah, we have to await it. This one. There you go. Yeah, so I have all of them. Look at that. Okay. Okay, so I need the assistant IDs and then I need the file IDs, but let's do for const A in all assistants. So let's go through all assistants. And I want to see how to check whether there's a file, because I don't know if I delete the assistant, it will if it will actually go and delete the file as well, and or just leave it there running and being charged forever. So we'll do detach. So let's do 8. Whoa, what? Why is this a string? Data. Okay. No. Okay, let's see what it returns. Oh, wow, there's a lot of body object data. Okay, so data, and then we have assistance ID file IDs, right? So I'll do a dot file. Wait, why isn't this? Let's see. Assistance page. Assistant. Okay. No, it is a. What does this page promise? So it returns an assistance page. Returns this, which is a data item. Yeah. Yeah, so let's do this. It's a dot. I don't know why I'm not getting the. This should be. Let's do ID. Just want to see. Yeah, that's odd. Why would I get? Let's see what A is. Oh. Yeah, this is better. In versus off. File IDs, and I'll say go through all files and delete them. A dot, let's see, assistant dot file IDs. Yep. And then we'll call await OpenAI beta assistants files dot del list retrieve. Okay, so delete. And we'll pass in the assistance ID and we'll pass in the file ID. And I'll say console.log deleting file ID. Whoop, file ID. Okay. Go. And then we can also delete, yep, exactly that. Deleting assistant beta assistance del, perfect. Yes. Okay. All right. So let's clean this. There we go. Yeah. So there was one file. There should be multiple files. Just one. Oh, let's see if I run it again. It shouldn't be anything. What? Oh, maybe it was still deleting it. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Perfect. So this is a useful one. Maybe I'll just post this somewhere for people to use it. If you're testing it, so it's not up and running there for you. Deleting file, deleting assistant. Okay, perfect. What time is it? Yeah, 1:15. Oh, hour 15. What else was there? Yeah, so this knowledge retrieval is pretty interesting. Let me just quickly look through what this is. Okay, so function calling here is the same, very similar to what I did before. Yeah, so you specify the function, right, and then it's going to extract out the function arguments, so you can then call the function yourself. You can then complete the run submitting the okay, and then yeah. So it extracts the data that you need in order to call the function. You call the function, and then you provide the output from that call. back into, so they have like a dedicated function, submit tool outputs to that specific thread and run. And then I'm assuming that's going to generate another message. And supported files, I think we saw this before. Yeah, so this is pretty interesting, especially this knowledge retrieval, because this means that I can upload my blog post or whatever I want, right? And then people can ask questions about it, right? Let me see if I can. Now I really want to do this. So if I do data, and then let me just find my blog stuff. I think it's under data posts. Yes. So I'll copy all these files. Do I want to copy all of them? It's going to be oh, that's not a lot of. Oh, let's see how much I get charged for this. So in data, I'll copy all the markdown files, and then over here, I'll call this Peter's blog. So we'll go through all files in the data folder and create them. Yep, so read everything and then go through all of them. So was it like that? No, it was just file. Did I use this somewhere else? Where? Also, blog posts. Let's do it that way. Blog posts. We'll create the file, and then we'll over here we'll say fs.create read stream. This is going to be data file name. Okay, and we'll see creating console.log, creating file, ... Yep, purposes assistance. We don't need this, and we'll call this learn cloud native.com helper. You're a, yeah, I think that makes sense. Knowledge base, yeah, not a support bot, but anyway. Retrieval, this is the same. File IDs. Okay, so file IDs, we have to store them. So we'll say go file IDs is this. And then we'll do push them there. And over here, we can do file IDs. Oops. File IDs. And then we'll create a thread. And then we can, what is the input? Read user input from in JavaScript. I'm just trying to figure this out, how I can get the user's input so I don't have to like rerun it every time. So we'll do prompt. Okay, so we'll do, so we have to create this, and we'll create a thread, and then over here we will say our user input equals prompt. Yep. Please enter a question. Okay. Well, let's just do this, right? Just do this. And this will give, and I'll do while, repeat. Yeah, let's do it that way. And then while, can we do it? I guess this way. There we go. Yeah. So user input. So we create the message. We don't need this. We don't need to get the messages. We create a run. Yes. We have to wait for this to complete. Yep. Over here. Run complete. So I'll delete this. We get the messages. We sort them. I'll just get the last message, I guess. So I don't have to sort them. So I can do this, right? So I can get the messages, And then I can say messages.data. The first one, content dot, first one, text value. Yeah, this is console.log. I'll say on cloud native responded, right? Com response, and it's going to be this. Okay, this one, perfect. And then we're going to prompt the user again. And then over here, it's going to wait until I enter something, type in something. If I don't type quit, it's going to create another message. Yeah, it's going to create a message on the same on the same thread. It's going to create a run. It's going to run it to get the response. Oops. It's going to run it to get the response. Am I here? Right. Yes. It's going to output the response and then prompt. And we don't need this. There's not going to be any files here. We don't have to download anything. And we don't have to do this. All right. So let's see. This is fairly, this works. This was not too bad and pretty quick. Peter's blog. Oh, of course it's not. Creating file. Where I have creating file? Oh, at the top. Why is it cannot access file? What? Post. Oh, because it's okay. File. There we go. File. Okay. There you go. Okay, so it's gonna go through. Now it's going through all the files. Maybe I shouldn't have created all of them, but that's fine. So this is, let's see. Okay, so you're basically charged. I mean, for testing, it doesn't sound like it's a lot, but if you would upload a gigabyte of data, which I'm not even close to that, it will be 20 cents. And I have one assistant, right? 20 cents per day. So that's not too bad, right? That's like $6 per month, is it? And that's gigabyte of data, right? But I guess for like actual enterprise scenarios, this could get fairly expensive, especially if you have a lot of data and not just me with my poor 20, 30 markdown files here. So if this works, maybe I'll put this up on, like, expose it, at least so the assistant ID and everything is going to be, it's a constant, right? So what I could do is I could create a page on my blog, which would allow users to like ask questions, I guess, similar to the search, basically this portion, right? They would ask a question. I would create a new thread for that question for whenever user lands on the page, create a new thread, add their input to it, create a run, show them the response, right? Seems like a pretty simple thing to do, I guess. Oh, invalid request. Why did it fail? What? Oh, there's only 20 files that you can do? Oh, like the, oh, okay. Well, that's, can I get the, yeah, okay, so let's do this. So I'll delete the data from here. Since we already uploaded this one, what I can do is we have the assistant, right? I can comment this out. Thread create, thread ID, assistant ID. So I need the assistant ID, which I can get. Yeah, so I'll do const assistant ID. We said that this is a constant, right? So we already have some files uploaded, first 20, and I can check what those were. And then in here, what I'll do is I just want to get the assistant ID. File, no, I'm not going to do this. I can do this. I'll just console out, console log. all assistants. Yeah, so I can get the ID and then I'll plug in that ID back there. So let's do node clean. No, there's nothing. Oh, because it didn't create anything yet. Okay, never mind. All right, so let's do this. Let's go back here. Let's say data, and I'll just copy 20 files. Posts, right? So we'll do the latest, right? Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 5 for now, and we'll see. Go data, main Peter's blog. Yep, on comment this one. Want to do it again? Assistant ID, no. Where are we creating this? Yeah, it didn't even get to this point, right? So we'll just say const log assistant ID assistant.id, and then I have to do it down there, right? Well, actually, let's yeah, assistant ID. Let's do it here, and then everything else stays the same. Let's run it again. Should be faster since it's only five files. But yeah, I didn't notice that there's a limit on 20, which I think it's fine because I could theoretically just read what prompt is not defined. Okay, but at least we got the assistant ID. So that's the assistant ID. Let me copy this one here. We don't have to do this now, right? Because the assistant is already created. Just need to do it here. Cost assistant ID is this. I'll put it here. Go. Okay. And prompt is not what? How? What the heck? Why isn't this? All right. So let's do Node.js. Prompt is not defined. I need to install something from command line. Okay. Oh, okay. So wait, let's go back here. Looks like there's a package install prompt. Maybe. Yeah. So we'll do import prompt from, it's not called prompt sync, right? It's just called prompt. So let's see if this works. Should be a bit faster now. No, prompt is not a function. Have to do maybe like this. I'm not a JavaScript master either. Oh. So PKG. This is probably because I'm using imports. And then I switch to like module. Yeah, there you go. Let's see if this works. Oh, what the heck? Can I do prompt, require prompt? Okay, so let's do this. I'll do const OpenAI require OpenAI. Do it this way. We don't have this equals require. I go back here. Package JSON. It's not a module. Still not a function. What the heck? Oh, this one. What? How is this not? Oh, this looks like it's something else. Oh. Oh, it doesn't support prompt. Well, all right, so let's do this. Prompt. And we'll do read line. Okay. I'm just copying from Stack Overflow, of course. There we go. So read line, and then we can do read line. Where's my prompt? Read line dot question. Okay, perfect. This is it, hopefully. Let's see. What the heck? All right, so something's missing. What did we not include? One validation for the request. I remember seeing that. Okay, file, field required, body content, value. Content is missing? What? Oh, this is like... Oh. There's a callback here. Oh, man. Why is this so complicated? Let's just do this way. Wait, there has to be a... There's a prompt sync. Oh, that's the one that I got. Let's see. Yeah, let's do another one. Oh man, this is what I hate about these, like JavaScript in particular. There's always like gazillion different ways to do things, gazillion different packages, and then sometimes it's easier if I would just do like a Next.js website and have everything be brought up and then do it there, so you don't have to deal with like require and imports and all that. Okay, so require, so we'll do prompt. Let's see how it's... Okay, so it's just prompt. So it's var prompt require prompt sync. Like this. We don't need this. And then we'll do a prompt here and there. All right, so prompt. Okay, let's see. Ah, finally. All right. Got it to work. So let's see, what were the... So there's 5 blog posts that I uploaded. So let's see, what is Mesh Week? Okay, so now it's running the thing. Okay, all right, there you go. What? What the heck? What is Mesh Week? There's a blog post about it. You should know about it. The heck? Just check if... No, I mean, it should be there. There you go. Oh, no, it's not. It did not. However, without specific mention in a document, it is a mention in the document. Oh, it has the... okay, so let's do what is... This is a content from the actual. What is Istio Certified Associate Exam? Okay, so let's do this. Let's ask. This is in the document, right? There is a... Oh, it's Istio Mesh Week. Yeah, there is a reference for it. Interesting. I would expect this to work. So let's do quit. And let's clean. Let's clean it again. What? Oh. Yeah, so there were files uploaded there. Let's go back here. Go through all the files, create a new assistant. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try again once more. Oh, and what I'll do here is, just in case, I'll remove this. I mean, there are some like metadata here that I have. I don't think it made any difference though, but okay, this one. Okay. Let's go here. Assistance. Yeah, so it should Just reading the file, we can, this is a stream, right? Yeah. Creating file, it does create that file. Assistant ID, and this will be assistant.id. So we're creating a new one. So let's do main, let's try it again. Okay. Oh, FS is not of course. Cost FS, require FS. So creating file, creating file, creating file. Oh, assistant. Now it's going to create a new one, but that's fine. At least we have the script to delete everything. Let's see. Okay, so it's there. So say what is signa dot. So it should know about it, unless these files have to be provided in like a specific format or something. I wouldn't expect. Oh, no, it's not, right? Oh, it is. There you go. Interesting. So this is something that I talk about in signa.article. So let's do let's do something specific. What is a mixer? Yeah, maybe this. Let's see if it's gonna pick it up and know how to answer the question. Oh. Yeah, no. Maybe I should have said just to only like use the data that was provided. So what is a mixer? So what? Let's do something else. How many merged PRs are there in Istio? Will it know how to figure this out? Let's see. So I don't know if yeah, okay. All right, interesting. It's not picking it up from here, right? But the data is April 2023, so it knows about it. So what is it saying? Pretty specific. The model can then decide based on the user messages. The assistance API automatically chooses between two retrieval, passes the file content in the prompt. Okay. Plan. Oh, what if no, there wasn't. Uploading files for retrieval. Yep. Type retrieval. We have that. When a file, yes. Just checking if I messed up something somewhere. No. Oh, okay. So annotations. No, but these are not. This is code interpreter. That's not. And then function calling is different. That's odd. I would expect. Oh, look at that. I found a to-do instead of an actual link. I would have expected that this should work. Let's quit here. And I'm just going to try it once again. To type module, because I want to do clean. Should be 10 files now, 2 assistants. I did it twice. Yep. Okay. Yep, it's all gone. I'm going to try. You are a support bot. What was the customer support? You're a customer support. I don't know if this matters though. User knowledge base to best respond. Base to best respond to customer queries. Retrieval. It is one. Yep, it's preview and the file IDs. Multiple. Let's try this again. Last time, and then I'll wrap it up. I was really hoping this to work. I mean, I could have tried it with the playground. I have the playground. No, there was a link somewhere. Okay. All right. So it's graded. Let's do. CSF. Let's see if it knows this one. Yeah. See, it's interesting. It's not using anything from the files that I uploaded. But I wonder if there's, so let's do this, console log. I just want to log out all messages. The one, because I'm just taking the first one. So I'm thinking maybe there's something that I've missed somewhere. Right? Maybe there's like another message, even though I don't think there is. But last thing. And then clean up and I'm done. And I'll upload this somewhere. Probably the same repo that's in the ticker rolling at the bottom there. Okay, last file. System, and we'll say, when did STO graduate? Now we should get all the messages back. There should be only two anyway, right? One for the user provided. Yeah, that's odd. Yeah. There's nothing in a no file IDs. STO is not a project. Saying it hasn't graduated, even though I explicitly say that in that in that blog post. That's weird. And I do retrieval, right? Yes. Knowledge retrieval. Yeah, that's what we have. What if I just do one file? All right, last one. I'll just do one file. I'll just do this one specifically. And we'll go here and we'll say const file. It's going to be this one and data folder. We're not going to do this. And this one will be file.id, just one. And I think that's it. Queries, use your, yeah. Okay, so let's quit this one. Let's rerun it. What? Oh, I didn't output the file that was uploaded, but it shouldn't matter. So this is no, which one did I upload? STO graduates, yeah, this one. And let's see, when did STO graduate? see messages. There you go. It's there. Right? I see you graduated within the cloud. Why doesn't it work if there's, is it because there's multiple files maybe? What is the 90 source? As if I remember 90. There wasn't there something mentioned somewhere? A file citation. There you go. Was it there? No, this was code interpreter. As if I saw that thing somewhere. See the 99 whatever source. I'm assuming this is the, it's referring to the knowledge that it has. There you go, right? Oh, there you go. File citations. Perfect. Yeah. So file citation is the annotation type. Sorry, an example file. A quote in the past couple. Yes, there you go. Right. So it's referring to that section. Yep. And it has all the thing there. Perfect. Okay. So if I would say something specific, let's see how many PRs are merged. PRs merged in Istio. I should say 30,000, right? There you go. Perfect. Oh, this is awesome. Awesome. Yeah, but it looks like there's an issue or something. Who is the author of the blog post? Because when I had multiple files, it didn't know how to do that. Right? It was just falling back on the knowledge that it has. All right, so it's not explicitly mentioned. However, it's clear that it's ours. Oh, that's nice. Oh, okay. There you go. Perfect. Awesome. I'm glad I got it to work. So it might be use like upload everything in one file versus upload multiple files, I think. Anyway, thanks everyone. Anyone is still sticking around. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this was useful. And I'll do this. Let's see. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow or next week again and continue with this. All right. Bye.